Hi, my name is Henk. Welcome to my channel. Next to me is
Sam from the Bark with a Nice fan club account on Instagram.
Exactly. And today we have an exciting video, at least we think, about this knife. Quite some years ago, SOG or SOG introduced the SOG Seal or SOG Seal Pub fixed blade, and it had a lot of fans. A couple of months ago, SOG introduced the SOG Seal XR folder, this one, beast of a knife. And very soon our review about this knife will follow. But this week, just a couple of days ago, out of the blue, I received a box from SOG with this knife. No documentation on the internet, not even on the SOG website. This is the SOG Seal XR Tanto fixed blade. So an iteration or evolution on the SOG Seal pub. And we were very eager
to go and test it out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we reached out to SOG if they could provide some information, but surprisingly we didn't receive an answer yet because it was just a couple of days before the weekend, and I can imagine they are very busy, and we hadn't patience to wait
a long time.
So we went out and tested it to the paces. So a really nice, exciting video, at least we think. SOG announced a new strategy, and I will link a description in the description box. I will put a link to an interview I had a couple of months ago with two representatives of SOG, Keith Paxton and Jonathan Wagner, brand manager of SOG. And there, in that video, in that interview, they will tell a lot about the new strategy of SOG. And I think it's a very good move of SOG to implement this strategy. So we were very curious if this knife
holds up to that expectation.
Is a step up regarding the previous iterations of the SOG Seal. And so
that's the quintessential question we're going to be answering today.
Exactly.
If this knife lives up to the expectation that has been created by a new brand marketing strategy of SOG, and to see if it is an evolution or a step up from the original SOG Seal pubs and Seal.
Exactly. So, Sam, I had high expectations before we started testing.
Yeah.
What were your expectations of the SOG Seal XR Tanto?
Well, I must say they were pretty high as well, because as you know, I'm a pretty big fixed blade guy. I mean, you can see it on my Instagram account. I use a lot of fixed blades. So when you called me like, Sam, I have got a new knife, come over and check it out, I was already, of course, pretty excited. But when I grabbed the blade, I was even more so excited, because it feels really, really sturdy. And I've also used a couple of other SOG fixed blades, including the Seal Pop, for other knife reviews. But this really felt like a step up. It's a lot heavier. You can see there's a difference in the grind and stuff. So I was really excited to see how it would perform, and if it wasn't a step up from the Seal Pop original.
Okay, this is a fine moment, I think, for the specifications. So there is no information on the internet, not at all, not even on the SOG website. But Sam, we measured it.
It's overall 10 inches or 25.5 centimeters with a 4.7 inch blade length or about 12 centimeters and a 5.3 inch handle, including the pommel, which is about 13.5 centimeters. So we have a slightly larger handle than blade, but still a good ratio overall.
Yeah, and it has a F35 VN Cerakoted blade, Cerakoted saber grind blade.
Yes.
And it comes with a very nice sheet I
Cartridge.
think it's
Polymer injected plastic.
yeah, exactly, and it has a belt clip and a molar clip, and it has enough screws,
Yeah.
and it's fully ambidextrous, so you can attach it to both sides.
Maybe
so,
you should show it a little more centrally. Yeah.
So you can attach it on both sides. So if you're left carrying or
Left-handed or right-handed, the
Right-handed,
knife will
it's fully-
slid in either way.
yeah, it's fully ambidextrous. So okay. So we did a lot of testing. Sam did the testing. I did the camera work. I'm sorry for that. We started with betoning and feathering.
Yeah. I was really surprised how well it betoned because I was kind of expecting a hollow ground performance, which normally in the hollow ground knives don't really beton as well as they could be. But the saber grind really made a difference. It just blew right through. It also has a pretty thick spine, I think about 5 millimeters.
Yeah.
We haven't measured it, but I think it's 5 millimeters.
Yeah.
So it really made the splitting easy, and especially the flats you see over here just spread the wood a little more so it could just
I
blast
think
right through.
it's a good moment to show the footage.
Yeah. In order to make a feather stick and make a fire, and we'll see how it goes. It has a pretty thick S35 VN spine with a saber grind, so I think it will split very well, but we will see. Oh, that just blew right through. Yeah, this doesn't take any effort at all. Very nice. A little bit thicker of a piece, about 2 inches I'd say, or 5 centimeters. No problem at all. Really smooth. Well, this really minimalizes the effort you're gonna put in, which is good in a survival situation because you need to watch those carbohydrates and energy expenditure. Okay.
So that was quite impressive. After that
Certainly
you
was.
proceeded with slicing and feathering.
Yeah. And then again, I was really surprised with the feathering as well, because this knife has such a thin grind, because it's pretty steep. So it really allowed for some good cutting and feathering. And it just really made the task a lot easier than it could be. So it was really nice. Good round curly feathers and no problem controlling the blade as well. It's not really uncontrollable or anything. It has a good neutral balance in the hand.
Yeah, okay. You can see for yourself, right?
Yeah. I think we're going for a little feathering, although the wood is a little bit moist. But I think this will do nicely. Okay, we're going to choke up on the blade a bit with the finger next to the guard and using the jimping of the blade. Oh, this is going really smooth. It's really easy to find that angle. And this new SOG blades, they have a really thin edge, so slicing is really no problem. I'm getting some nice curls in here. This is a really fine blade, even for like a tactical blade, a little more sturdy of a knife. It really feels light and nimble and very controllable in the hand for finer tasks. And this S35VN edge is just screaming sharp, so no problems there. Nice. Sorry. Okay, we're gonna try a few different grips. First, let's start with just regular saber grip. Now it really wants to take deep bites since the edge is so thin. Okay, let's try reverse twist grip. It does really well with that too. And just a regular handhold grip. Well, it does really well at this, guys. Just look at how many wood it removes per strike. Really awesome.
Okay, so feathering and slicing, whittling, it will do the job.
Yeah.
Because of the very thin edge.
Yeah.
But then, chopping. Is it suitable for chopping with such a thin edge?
I don't think the edge was holding it back. You could definitely increase the performance even more so because the S35VN steel can handle it, I think. Or I'm pretty sure actually. But the knife is a little too small to chop. So technically I would use a little bit larger of a blade for chopping, but it will do the job in a pinch if you need it to.
Okay, let's see.
Okay, let's try a little chopping. Okay guys, I just made a lanyard for some chopping because it helps with giving a little bit of power, and it's not that large of a knife, so it will help grabbing it in the back to maximize efficiency. This is also some really old, tough hardwood, so and there we go. And the coating is holding up really well so far. Only a little wood scuffs and stuff, but I think that will come off nicely once you clean it off.
Okay, so even for such a small, lightweight knife, relatively light, it will do the job. So overall, this is a knife probably we think from the professional series, so for special forces, military, police officers and so on. But it also is suitable as an all-round camp knife.
Yeah, you could definitely slid into that niche if you like the profile of the blade.
Yeah, or as a backup knife.
Yeah.
For camping and bushcrafting and so on, survival.
And the Molly compatible sheath makes it also very easy to slid on a pack or something.
Yeah.
So you could use it as a backpack knife
We
as
have
well.
a clip of that.
Yeah.
So let's see how it carries on a Molly vest. Okay, then we came to the hard use test.
We went a little crazy.
So it has a very nice glass breaker at the end, at the butt. And you can see some scuffs of testing it. Sam, what was the test?
We were trying to break a ceramic tile, which is pretty hard material. It really beats up steel if it hasn't been properly heated, or hardened. But then again, the traction all around made it really easy and comfortable for me in the hand, and I wasn't afraid to lose the knife at any point. And then the pommel, the glass breaker pommel, just obliterated the tile.
Yeah.
And let's show the footage of that as well.
One moment, because every time we forget. This knife has jimping all around.
Yeah.
The
full 360 degrees.
Yeah,
around
exactly. So you have a lot of grip. And I just wanted to mention that.
Yeah.
Okay, footage of tile breaking or knife breaking.
Okay guys, we're gonna test the pommel on this with this really tough ceramic tile. And I've broken multiple knives from this accidentally. Ready? Well, that just smashed that tile. No resistance whatsoever. Awesome. And it holds up well too. Only some little bit dirt, but other than that, no damage whatsoever.
So that was quite impressive.
It definitely was.
Just the tile scattered in 1,000 pieces.
Yeah, afterwards the cleaning wasn't that fun.
Exactly, that was not fun at all. And then you went really crazy.
Yeah, we went way overboard. This is anything way above and beyond what you should put any knife through. But we went ahead and did it anyways. It was a 1.5 millimeter thick stainless steel shield of mine I used. We used the knife to penetrate it, or at least we tried, because I already found fired a couple of rounds into it, but the rounds still stopped, and it was up to I think a 22. But this blade, it functioned like a can opener. It just slid right through, at least like 3/4 of an inch through the shield or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
Crazy penetration.
Well, you can see for yourself.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, now we're gonna try an absolutely crazy test. You shouldn't do this at home, or like use a knife for this, because it's really not made for this. This is like an amateur shield, and we already like shot bullets at it, and it managed to stop that. So I'm really curious how that S35VN tip will hold up. Oh, it's actually stuck in the wood. Yeah, super.
So I already, while Sam was telling about this test, I already was showing in the close-up camera the tip of the knife, of the blade, and it's really not that thick. It's really quite thin for such a blade.
Yeah.
But it held up.
Especially relative to the spine.
Yeah, but it held up.
It held up absolutely beautifully.
Yeah.
Normally, if you put steel on steel, you have steel on steel contact, you expect some kind of edge damage. If it would be minor or major, and that's always something needs to turn out on itself. But we didn't expect it to come out absolutely unscathed. There was no mark on the edge whatsoever, not a blunt spot or anything, or a dull spot. I mean, it was incredibly sharp still, and we could see no marks on the tip whatsoever, except for some minor scuffing at the tip. I mean, on the coating.
Yeah.
But considering it was put through steel, the coating held up very well as well.
Yeah, exactly. So all in all, we don't know what this knife will cost when it is introduced. We don't know when it will be introduced. We really don't know. But can we recommend this knife without knowing the price? And I guess the price tag will be, that's my estimated guess, somewhere in the realm of $150 to $200, considering the materials. It's USA made, so made in the United States. So it's other price level is, of course, a Chinese made knife. But can we recommend this knife?
Well, based on the quality, the materials, the fit and finish, the well thought out design with the 360-degree traction plan, the incredibly thin edge, the step up over the normal hollow grind, in my opinion, to a saber grind, I would definitely recommend this blade.
Yeah. But do we also have critique?
There is one minor critique point I would like to point out.
Yeah.
Because the traction went a little, I mean the jimping plan went a little overboard over here, because there's a little jimping on the guard as well. And when I was really using it really hard, I managed to bump my finger into the guard and it started bleeding a little.
Yeah.
So that is the one drawback of this knife, I would say.
But you didn't wear gloves.
No, I didn't wear gloves, and I definitely should have.
Yeah. With this kind of testing, you should wear gloves. And then you probably won't hurt yourself. You won't be bothered by the jimping there. And another thing I want to point out, so there is a lanyard attachment opening.
Lanyard hole.
But the guard is also an opening for attaching a lanyard. So you could attach your lanyard from the one opening, from the one hole to the other hole.
Yeah.
So you have the lanyard around your hand for extra safety.
Yeah.
I think it's a well thought out design. Beautiful materials, very good coating. F35 VN holds up very good. I think a good choice, and not something like D2 or M390 or whatever, because with this kind of testing, that would have chipped probably.
Yeah.
So we don't know when it will be introduced,
or what the eventual price point will be.
Yeah. Yeah.
But considering this folder costs about $160 in the US, so I think the fixed blade will be in the same ballpark. And if that would be the price, yeah, that will be definitely worth it, in my opinion.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Let us know in the comment section what you think of this knife. Let us know what you think of our video, of our testing. That's it for now. Sam, thank you very much, and you will see Sam more often in the future on this channel, because we are going to do a lot more test videos. And one of the first you will going to see is the testing video of the
SOG Seal XR flipper. A beast of a knife as well.
That's it for now. Bye bye.
Bye bye.